Can we do an acapella cover of Fight Fair? On the, I was like, 5, 6, 5, 6. Fight Fair, Fight Fair.
That's how I'm gonna start the episode right there, buddy. How you doing, brother? You ready to knock into this thing?
Dude, thank you so much for having me.
It's good to have you back, man. It's been too long. I know we've talked about it a lot, but 1 year later, as you told me,
on the day,
on the dot, January 11th is episode 60 something. I think 64, something like
69.
that. 69. Of course it is. Of course, very appropriate as it is for you and whatnot. But I appreciate you coming back, man. It's good to fucking see you, dude.
Sure,
I see
man.
you a lot, honestly.
Yeah. No, we got a year of friendship under our belt.
Dude. I feel like we barely knew each other last time. Now we're friends, I hope.
It was maybe the second time I'd ever talked to you.
Was it really? Yeah, it was, because you said something at Boar's Head one night.
Yeah, I was.
And I remember you just
the
had
guy
hard to
from
get
the group me.
The group me, yeah.
And then
you were like
the jam him.
All you had out was like Hard to Get, I think, and the album before that, or it was the album after that.
Yeah,
album was before.
Mm-hmm.
That was hard. It was hard to get to, like, you with the rose in the picture, right?
Yeah,
That's like
we
great
had been,
cover art.
Man, that was first semester of college.
Yeah.
First of two.
Yeah,
a beautiful year at UJ, man. I love the dogs.
Yeah.
Go dog. I'm about to bark in your mic.
Go dogs. How about that? This episode's gonna be so clippable, bro.
I'm ready to clip.
Yes. All right. Let me back up a little bit. So you've only been in Athens for a year or 2 years now, right?
Yeah, it's
2
been
years?
About a year and a half.
Year and a half? Well, you've been
This would be
killing it,
my third semester if I were,
my
fourth semester if I were still in school.
Word up, man. And you're officially not, right?
Yeah. I've been full time since I guess really like off the books. Like my parents are like, you're doing it now in like August or so. So I had the summer to get my shit together and
well, you've been doing great with it, man. Congratulations on all
man.
the success,
I really appreciate
man.
you.
I really do. I mean it. You've been taking over, dude. I'm happy for you.
Man, nothing like taking over. It's just we owe
Joining
everything
in.
to the exactly. It's been cool to meet the people I've wanted to meet in Athens and jam and
I think
and
you've
just
met them
learn
all,
from-
haven't you?
Trying to, man. They're like infinity stones. But so many beautiful people here. It's
I agree.
still the perfect place for me and my band right now. So.
I think you made a good call coming here. I remember talking about that a lot. I remember you saying a lot on the first one that
sure
you were looking forward to joining in, kind of excited about Athens, wanting to be a part of it, and I think you've done it, man. Congratulations on all your success, brother.
Yeah,
I was
just
glad.
wish everyone else could have the same experience.
It's coming.
It's a beautiful place. Yeah, it seems like we're in like a golden era.
A golden era of Athens music, as they call it. That's what Drew Beskin said. I can't argue with him.
I just think the attention to other bands in the scene is huge. Everybody wants to go to see each other's shows.
I think so, man. I think just as a whole, like, it's deeper than it's ever been, at least in my knowledge, because like in the past 6 months, I think even like Hefner became like a big thing. Like
Hefner,
literally within the past 4 months, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Hefner fucks.
Plus you in the past year, Springhouse, Established as It Gets, Hotel Fiction, Murdering. You know what I mean? Lighthearted, all these groups, man. It's great, dude.
Really good people.
Yeah, man, I agree. So let's knock into you a bit. I don't want to talk about Athens too much.
Knock into me, bro.
Knock right in. You started the year. How many songs did you put out this year? You would have put out the 293 songs, Gut Punch.
Yeah.
Dry Eyes, right?
Dry Eyes is technically 2023, but yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I wasn't. Yeah, I meant last year. Anywho.
Yeah, sure. But recording so much.
Yeah.
That, like so many songs that we're sitting on. Just trying to hone, do it the right way, really put our best foot forward.
That seems to be your element. You know what I mean? It's like you're like a studio guy, I think, or at least songwriting. Would you say?
I love my love for music is mostly stemming from the live experience, and that's where I connect with it the most, I feel like. But I've been kind of doing this like hybrid writing where I'll produce and write at the same time, and it's super helpful. But
what do you mean by that? Like trying to build the song as you go, kind of like it's not written when you bring it in, almost.
Yeah, well, more just like instead of writing with a sheet of paper and an acoustic guitar, I'm writing with a Logic Project.
Interesting.
And a
Okay.
mic in it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I don't think I'd have known that. They all sound very well thought out in advance.
Thanks, man.
So good for you. Good for you.
Well, we're re-recording parts down the line and doing the thing, but
Gotcha.
Yeah, recently I've been super excited just because we've been writing so much as a band, which is I think ego is the biggest killer in music.
I think so. Maybe
and,
in life,
maybe
bro.
anything.
Maybe just in life.
And I don't know if it was an ego thing or just trying to figure out my identity as a musician or whatever, but I was really pushing for this like Tame Impala. Like, I want to be the guy that plays everything, produces everything, right?
Yeah, and that's what you did on the first record, right?
And it was super cool. I learned so much from that, and I still, like, you know, if you put a drum set in front of me, I'll want to play it. Like, I love playing.
Or a bass guitar at Boar's Head.
Oh, yeah. I will be going to Boar's Head Lounge tonight.
See you there.
Yeah, we're gonna play some bass.
Of course.
Yeah, but having Garrett and Olin and Dan, they're my right now. So we have the 4 of us that are fully committed.
And those are the 3 official members other than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and did you have them last year? I don't think you had any of them last year.
So at this point last year, we were playing with Lance Rogers on the bass. Lance is doing a Warnell forestry program. He's killing it.
Smart guy here.
Absolutely love him.
I met his brother a few times somewhere. Very nice.
Really, his whole family. We played in Eastman, Georgia, and it was Lance's whole community came out.
Sick, dude.
Man, it was
good
player,
wild. Man. Really good player. I thought
Lance is one of the most talented people I've ever been lucky enough to play with.
High praise. High praise.
He plays every instrument in the band better than everybody.
Wow.
And is also the best singer.
What?
Like he has the like the Axl Rose kind of thing.
Really?
Like he can hit. Like if you hear Lance sing a Led Zeppelin song while he's playing drums.
Yeah. I want to hear that.
Oh,
pretty
dude.
bad.
Yeah,
pretty
he's
bad
got
now.
other band. Yeah, he's killing it. With his other guys.
Yeah,
stuff,
hell yeah, man. And so somewhere in this past year, you met Daniel, Garrett, and what was the other fellow's name?
Olin.
Olin. I always forget that.
Olin Cordell, man. He's a badass.
Nice guy. Tall, right?
He's
Wait, Olin plays sax or trumpet?
You're thinking of Alex on the trumpet. So Alex is from
Alex.
Virginia, like 20 minutes from where I'm from. He's a day one. He was in the original iteration of the band.
Love it. So he's like kind of on off, right? Like
yeah, Alex is he's not music business, like not the music business program, but he's doing a music degree and a business degree.
Wow.
And
Busy bee. Double dog?
And
wow.
yeah, he marched. He's more into like the drum corps international stuff. So he was in Blue Devils this summer.
Okay,
and they won the whole championship. He came back with a ring. So
good for him, man.
His high notes, man, been sounding so good. Like he's got his chops. Like
he's fun
practices.
to watch up there. It's fun to watch up there.
Yeah, my guys practice so much. It's awesome. Everybody's putting in so much effort that I couldn't help but feel bad if I don't. So
yeah, you kind of have to, don't you?
Yeah,
I think you've assembled a great team there, man. I mean, Garrett's
I'm just blessed.
The man.
Yeah, the
Garrett's
right people.
Wonderful.
Yeah, the timing has felt right.
Yeah,
on everything.
Love that. Man.
And
just let it flow. You know what I mean? Let it flow. And when you met them, I assume all at different points in this year, at some point, was there a certain moment where you guys were like, all right, this is it. This 4 right here. We're the band.
Yeah. So we've had some more formal meetings where we're talking through. I think it's really important that every band has a band agreement, and
of course,
because we've seen like very recently some great bands where like a member was either forced out or fired or whatever, and then like didn't have any sort of band agreement or contract or anything in place, and it's just like there's no way to divvy out
split
the value, because you know you've put thousands of dollars in merch and so
and all that shit.
Yeah, you know, I want to protect my guys, and Garrett Caramonte is very I remember the last time I was on this podcast, I pronounced his name wrong.
Did you?
Because I barely knew him.
I was about to say, you would have just met him. I remember he was just starting to pop off when we met last time, right? He's
Garrett is like he woke me up today at 8:30.
For what?
We talk a lot on the phone. Yeah? He's the most motivating dude right now. He's like my, you know, you go on Instagram and it's I'm a huge believer in positive reinforcement and positive motivation and stuff, but you know, I do need a person in my life that's like, you lazy fuck, you're not. I'm not saying Garrett talks to me like that, but
I'm
like
sure he does a little.
It's like, get off your ass, write a song, make this TikTok, do the thing, try try to use all the tools at our disposal.
Exactly, it's easy to do it without somebody pushing you. I know what you mean. You know what I mean?
And
it's
so
it's easy to skip.
He came on this late spring, and I don't know where we would be without him.
Well, good for y'all, man. I think agent changes the game, man. I think Garrett's a smart guy, nice fellow, very wise business mind, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So good for you guys, and it seems like. Just shout out to him. He's been taking over this year.
Shout out Garrett. Yeah. Clear Mountain.
CME, baby.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I forgot how we got there. Backing up to the band and getting Garrett on. And around what point in the year do you start feel some momentum? Like because it was a big year for you, no doubt. You should chalk that up as a great year for you. You know what I mean? You had some great, like a solid flow, if that makes sense. Was there any particular moments towards the start of the year where it was like, oh shit, we're kind of crushing right now?
again, ego would be the biggest killer for a band. Like, I think I don't know. It's anything that I could like push as a big moment and sit in bed and think good things about myself and like I'm just like, no, it's all
well,
the
it still
community.
doesn't hurt to sit into the resonate in the good stuff that's
absolutely,
happened.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
Celebrating those small successes.
Like, I'm not trying to
huge.
get you to be a big shot. I'm like, tell me what was a good moment for you.
Dude.
You know what I mean?
A very special moment for the band was definitely our first 40-watt show as a group, and
is that with Cam and his damn jam band, right? Or
it was with Asymptomatics.
Okay,
and we booked it very last minute. I think we only had a couple weeks for promo.
Yeah,
and I just remember that was the first moment where I was watching the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I don't know anybody here. I know my roommates and some people from my dorm and like a couple people, but I'm like, this is the worst night. We're headlining.
Yeah.
Everybody's here for the Asymps.
Yeah.
And they're going to leave. And it's going to be brutal. And then we walked out on stage and everybody was still there.
Love it, man.
And that was the first moment where I was like, oh, this
is hype.
This is So
the word's out. The word's getting out, man.
Yeah, just been an absolute blessing to meet so many people.
Yeah.
Who are so many different people, different kinds of people. Whether it's the crazy energy frat guy that's giving you the hug and the I love you man, or whether it's someone like Olin who is like so reserved and so thoughtful and like I didn't have a long like an extended conversation with Olin for maybe months of playing with.
And he
like,
was already in the band?
He's in the band.
Okay, that's weird.
Very quietly, just ripping his parts and just taking care of business.
Just crushing.
Showing up, just crushing. Yeah, and just, quiet, thoughtful dude. Okay. And then he starts coming out of his shell and we're playing together more over the summer and it's like this whole thing. And now Olin, like, he's my brother, man. It happens with the band, but yeah, like my absolute joy is seeing my guys come out of their shell more and more. Seeing Garrett,
oh man, the
get
barefoot
way up in the
bass
business.
man.
Yeah, the barefoot. Like he's got his thing with the I've been listening through like every Dick's Pick album from the Dead now because we're all gonna live together next year.
All
too.
right, that'll be good for morale.
I'm so excited. We're gonna write a lot of stuff. We live together over the summer.
Okay,
and I'm living with my college people that I love right now, and it's a great house. But having that full band together is gonna
be interesting. That'll be some convenient writing right there. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, we're becoming a lot more vigilant about the schedule on the writing. Try not to ride motivation as much as we're just riding a good routine. But
okay, what do you mean by that? Like,
so instead of waiting for inspiration to strike, be like, oh, I feel inspired. Let me hit up Garrett. And so it's like, nope, every single Monday and Tuesday,
right,
we're gonna write.
Love
and it. Maybe inspiration will strike this week and we'll have something to carry to the band, or maybe it won't, and I'll write something stupid, and then in 2 years I'll listen to it and be like, oh, that's a verse that I need here.
Yeah.
And do like so many of the songs. Yeah, like we're kind of pressed to just get like catalog is huge and just having a huge catalog, and I feel like I thought I wasted a lot more time than I actually did creating a bunch of voice memos and demos and stuff because I was like, oh, I don't have all these finished songs and stuff, and I did a gap year and I maybe could have learned to use my time better.
Yeah.
But now a lot of times when I'm going in to write something, I'm like, I have to do it. I'm going to write a song. I have
that's it.
80 demos.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be a finished song, it might be stupid lyrics, it might be but it's like it's a starting point.
Potentially useful.
And so if you keep those little nuggets going, then you just kind of support yourself down the line. It's like, working out and you're like, I'm not going to feel better today, but a month down the line I might be
that's awesome,
more fit or something. I don't know.
The hardest part is finishing them. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to start a song on a voice memo. You know what I mean? And
sure.
Potentially useful later in the line. I think John Mayer says you send them back to the workshop sometimes. I like that. I think that's a good way to put it.
Absolutely.
So very cool, dude. And writing every Monday and Tuesday, that's awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. Just we're trying to play a different show every show. That's a big goal for this year.
What do you mean by that? Like same set list kind of stuff, or like?
So we've been without a set list probably since late spring or so. So we just play shows, and every single time we play, it's like, what is the move based on that that moment in time.
Okay.
It's like trying to figure like end of 3 quarters into a song, I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah.
Sometimes panicking.
Sometimes you forget every song that you know how to play, and you're like, oh, Garrett, what do we know how to do? But we just want to like if I could have like a 6-hour set,
yeah,
and then just be able to play any song ever and pull actually like play the sets where we're doing the Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
And then also play the sets where we're playing covers or whatever that people aren't necessarily going to know, but it's like...
I was impressed by that last time I saw you at Boar's Head. I thought your list was very diverse and a bunch of shockers in there.
Thanks,
you know
man.
What I mean? So very good for you.
Yeah, I love the... I think a lot of people are really connecting with the like Y2K stuff.
Yeah,
and just doing
definitely.
like a Jonas Brothers song.
Yeah, because I feel like that stuff doesn't get covered quite enough. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
you,
that whole
you do
era
all of
is
it
like,
too.
I try to. You know what I mean? So I agree. I'm glad you said that. I'm actually going to check the camera right quick because I had a nervous breakdown in my mind that it's not recording.
Sure, yeah, that would be... How do we look?
Oh, we're good.
Nice.
Good, bro. I do that damn near every episode.
Yeah.
But continuing on.
That's scary.
You were playing, and you want every show to be different. Now, original sets, like 45 minutes. Surely you're writing out a set list, aren't you, or no?
Well... Actually, no.
No? That's surprising, man. That's surprising.
Usually we kind of have the, like, over the, the number of shows that we've done and riding that, like, no set list kind of organization. With the original show, we kind of fallen into habit with the set list where it's like we don't have a set list in front of us, but we almost always start with, like, one of 3 songs. And then we'll go into the next one. And so there's kind of a form to it, even though we didn't intentionally want to do it.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And so when we're doing the original set, we follow the form, but like sometimes it's like, oh, that slow song hit way harder than I thought it would.
Yeah.
So we got to like, maybe pick it up a little bit more, but not play the high energy one that I don't know.
Okay. I know exactly what you mean. It's hard to articulate, but it's like what they need right then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the way that we're approaching it at this point is we kind of have I love a mashup, and I love kind of playing songs. Thank you, man.
40-watt mashup was really good.
Sure.
I
appreciate you.
Whichever one, it was like Fun Room, Convince the Kid. That was this year, right?
Yeah,
sure,
those guys. That was just a huge night.
That was a great show, dude.
Ben.
That's probably the last time I've seen the 40-watt look like that, dude. 400 ticks, something like that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, with the best MC.
Yeah.
In the game.
I didn't do nothing, man. You didn't need nobody to introduce you, man. Everybody knew who you were.
Dude, no, we were very blessed to play. I mean, 40-watt has always been good to us. That's a very pivotal room for my band, and we're always going to hold it.
Love it. And how many times did you hit it this year? 3?
5, I think, because we did... No. 4 times this past year, because I did Asymptomatics.
Great band.
And then... Fun Room,
great band.
A Delta Zeta date night that was super fun,
awesome.
And then Hall Pass.
Oh yeah, a few weeks ago or a month ago, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
very cool. All right, let's back up here. We're talking about the covers, talking about the Y2K kind of covers vibe, which is very cool. That's kind of like our generation, covering for our people, kind of sort of. What are some favorite covers from the year? What were some ones that really hit all the time, or just some favorites to play? That kind of stuff.
If you catch me playing Funky Town, from Shrek 2. I was listening to it today on the way home, and I saw Nikki Schatz.
Goat.
And
legend. That's all I need to say.
Drove by, cranked Funky
Was she
Town.
Running?
She was.
She was running.
Well, she was walking, but then a car came up, and then she ran out of the way. And I was like, "Who's that?" And I was like, "Holy shit, it's Nikki
Schatz!"
And
threw something at her.
Yeah, I threw a t-shirt at her because Shannon got a shirt. Love the Schatz family, man.
Love the Schatz family.
Yeah, but we do a mashup of that into Sunshine of Your Love.
Love it.
Good times. And I think we've been playing the Home Depot theme a lot.
That's a fucking hilarious, dude. With the horns, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah, the horns just open a lot of doors for
it really does.
Covering
for the vibe as a whole, right?
Yeah, it's easier for me to play I feel hard being a hater, but like a Taylor Swift song or whatever. Without having the horn section, because it's like, in my mind, it kind of ensures that I'm gonna sound like me, even though it's someone else's song. Because I'm like, this is an important part of my signature sound or whatever. And even if I'm playing someone else's song. I'm really just using their lyrics and melody as a building block for that.
I see what you mean. So
that moment.
It can sound like a Wim Tapley thing if you've got horns on. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and they're obviously it's more than that, but they're probably the biggest building block of that for me, because I'm always picking covers with really heavy lead lines.
Okay.
So like we do Kids by MGMT.
Great
so it doesn't
song.
matter what instrument it is, but you have that bum 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 and it's like that really fat synth part. And so I hear that and I'm like, that's a horn section right there. They can play that,
and it automatically makes it kind of sound like you.
Anything monophonic and cool and just like big, then I'm like, do it. Taylor Swift, there's a guitar solo in there that Olin plays on the sax, and I'm really trying to convince the guys. I think we're gonna pull it out. I don't mean to promise anything and not deliver, but we want to do reggae Freebird.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Because if you had to do it, that'd be funny.
Olin on the sax doing the guitar solo in the beginning. Like,
what Taylor song do you guys play? I forget.
Speak Now, which is
okay.
Of all the Taylor Swift songs I want to play, that's number one. So like,
love it. Girls love that, man. That's like probably the number one request we hear is Swift.
Sure, yeah.
So good for you guys. And what are some other covers that come to mind? Surely there's some more. I wish I could think of my favorite Wim cover. I remember just thinking at Boars that you were crushing. Like the like flow is good because you're doing a lot of originals too, like original cover, which is great.
Sure.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, sometimes they kind of blend. So the way that we're chunking the show together now is like we have spots that don't stop. Like we'll play a couple songs in the same key back to back.
Gotcha.
And you have that. So we're kind of like picking the bigger chunks for the show rather than doing the like calling the songs out. But
yeah, that's the way to go, man.
My favorite chunk might be we play my song Tree Song.
Love that one. Love the live version too.
Tune up my low E and then play Freaking Out on the Interstate.
Love it. Nice.
Into Sex on Fire.
Of course.
Into Valerie by Amy Winehouse. Which is I really want to add another Amy Winehouse song because she didn't actually write that one, and I'm a huge Amy Winehouse fan.
Did not know she didn't write that. Good little piece
I think
of
it was like a British band. Well, I mean she was British too, but
So it's a cover or like somebody wrote it for her? Oh wow. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna write that down.
As far as I know, I hate to like say some fake news, but
we know.
Yeah,
somewhat.
I was listening to her demo album yesterday.
Really? I've never listened to it. I actually honestly haven't done a deep Amy dive. Honestly,
dude,
Need to?
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, I don't think I would tattoo anybody's face on my body, but if Amy Winehouse might be the first. Like I would go Amy over Jesus if I'm doing like the chest.
It would be close.
Yeah, it would be or Jameson Tank.
Oh my god,
little jump man,
Michael Jordan man.
Yeah.
That's funny, bro. Well, dude, what's been your favorite original song to play this year? If you had to pick one, or just a couple favorites.
Yeah,
anything worth noting?
We're really excited to start playing Dry Eyes.
Yeah,
it's
man.
the new single.
That's
one.
Times,
Thank you, man. Yeah, we never played it live. It's
studio creation kind of vibe.
Yeah. Just so that song I actually recorded it right before I got to Athens.
Okay,
and
so a while ago.
Yeah. Like we were sitting on it, and I kind of forgot about it. Because we got caught up in the process, and I didn't realize. I was like, oh, this is done. Like this is, but the first or second week I was in town, I didn't know the producers that I should work with. I didn't know anybody. Like
fair enough.
And so I heard about Nucci Space and booked studio like practice room sessions.
Okay.
And I would go in with my SMs, or you have the SM7B.
Yes, sir.
And my Apollo and everything, and I would cut sessions in the practice room.
That's awesome, man.
And the new single is like all the vocals on that were me singing in the practice room. Nucci's, yeah.
I'm surprised you don't get any bleed from other bands and stuff. No?
Dude, it was funny. Like someone would start like playing guitar in the room, and I'm like, fuck, like hold on. And then they would stop, and I would squeeze in some vocals. Yeah, but like just, making it work. So having that one finally in the live setting is super exciting. It is the hardest song to sing and play that I've written, so I'm
just like too many things going on.
Just too many things, yeah. Like doing some like finger style. So Gut Punch is a
that guitar lick is mean, man. Like the underlay of the whole intro. I'm like already interested before you start singing, if that makes sense.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Is that hard to play and sing?
It I think the shapes that I tend to gravitate towards and things like Gut Punch is super natural for me. I love that like that A shape and just the open strings on, you know, like leaving your B string and your E string open, just kind of riding that open sound. So for me, Gut Punch feels natural. But I've also played that song
a lot,
probably more than
fair enough
anything else this year. But we have man, so many songs that we've been writing recently. I'm just like yeah, we like I'm really excited about the song Persona.
I've never heard that one.
It's a fun. That's one where we're like, it's not one that we'll use to get people's attention.
Okay.
If that makes sense. But if we have their attention and we realize it, that's always the song that we pick.
That's a great breakdown of that.
It's like, this is what, like, now that we can do our thing and really do it's like, it might be the most that I really feel like that mind to body. Like, I really believe in that.
Really,
song.
man. That's awesome to hear, dude.
We wrote it, or I wrote it 2 years ago, and I didn't like it. I loved the music side of it, but I was like, these lyrics are trash. And which is why the demo. So even if you write a trash song, it's great.
Keep it.
I took that, and then I just needed the time with it, and now it's a band
And you rewrote
favorite.
the words, or you ended up sticking with it?
Rewrote it, yeah.
Persona's a cool title, just for starters. I'm interested already.
Thanks, man.
And have you guys been playing that one live? I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Yeah. We don't have any recordings of it. I don't think so. I'll get one going. Yeah.
Well, cool, man. Tell me a little. Let's back up here. Tell me about Dry Eyes some more, because I didn't want to glance over this. I want to talk about it some more.
Sure. Yeah.
Very cool background vocals thing, like a primal sounding thing. Not primal. Not the band, like a primal feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know, like big O's kind of thing,
Sure. I was playing with that, yeah.
What's up with that? That was very. Who's singing there? Is it just you?
Just me on it. Yeah, so I'm
Sounds
trying
deeper.
to.
Unless I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I was kind of hitting the like, because you do the harmony stacks and you sing one, you're like pinching your nose, and then you do another one where you're trying to do and it makes it. Yeah. You need that sibilance.
The whistle vocal.
Is that how you pronounce that word?
Yeah, sibilance. I think, right?
Nice.
Sibilance.
We need Barbie.
He'd know.
Oh, for sure. But I'm trying to. I guess I was talking to Kiramonte about this a little earlier, but
what about it?
I've been trying to chase my sound, like my signature. Like what does, it kind of it's like if someone wore a Halloween costume of me.
Okay.
Like what would they look like? What song would it? If you're thinking about your image and your brand and everything,
as you should be, which is great.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I just watched an REM interview and they were talking about how, like, even though they were sonically shifting throughout the process, like Peter's guitars were a big part of the sound, and he was playing in a very different way from everybody that was really pushing it.
Jangly rock.
Yeah, and just like the chords he was picking and stuff. But more than anything, like Michael Stipe's voice is the grounding sound of REM. So even when they've shifted to more pianos and synths or different drum sounds or whatever, like it still sounded like REM because it's Michael Stipe. And so I'm trying to really lean into my voice as an arrangement tool. I had a lot of songs on the album where there's like one vocal track and it's, no harm, just a main vocal. And now I'm like, I want to
use it.
Let's go too hard. Like let's do too many. And then see what that sounds like, and then we can take him out. Yeah, because like Ariana Grande will be in there.
Oh yeah, 50 on each
300
side.
Yeah, like just
and it works, like the Billie Eilish, like the big thing. You know what I mean? Like that's people are into that. It's
fun, yeah, and it's just cool to use it more as I don't know, like an arrangement tool, like a
weapon in your arsenal.
So I'm trying to. We've started working on harmonies with the band. We're trying to Granville it up.
Cool,
man.
Cool, man. Shout out the boys.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
shout out the boys.
They're good peeps.
They are, man. They are. I'm excited for their album. Not to get off track, but
dude,
I'm ready for it.
So
you're using the vocals in the studio as a weapon, and I feel like that's a very smart thing to do. Not that I don't you know what I mean? Just in my mind, that seems right, because like you can't really experiment with that stuff live as the only vocalist in the band, right? Does anybody else sing?
So Garrett and Dan are starting to sing with me.
Oh, awesome.
Which is going to be...
That's sick, dude. 3
sweet.
mics?
Yeah.
I bet Garrett's a good singer.
Yeah, he's got that bluegrass thing
Does
going.
he?
Yeah, he writes a lot of stuff.
Deep voice.
Really good. Yeah. Oh, dude, he has the... We're going to do... or start doing Ring of Fire.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to sing it. Yeah. So I'm going to step away, and Garrett's going to kill that one. I can't wait.
That's cool, man. I think every vocalist you have in the band adds another layer of depth. Beatles, all those bands with the Beach Boys, all the big harmonies and stuff.
Yeah, Garrett always says, he's like, that's what separates the men from the boys
Yeah.
with a band. So he's been pushing for it.
Love that, man. And I mean, it's not that hard to sing some backy vocals. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of the most fun part of recording.
Yeah, dude.
It feels like you like after you've gotten everything else done, you're just like, why not? Just like
I love that. You can go into like a different sphere on vocals. I'll be just singing shit that like don't even work, and I'm like, word up, never mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, in the
studio,
studio, it's one thing if you want to do it live, but in the studio, like you need one take.
Yeah.
So if you want to hit some note that you can't hit, you try it 10 times and squeal it out.
Yeah.
And then drop that sucker in the back.
Preferably not.
And it'll sound beautiful. Or just Melodyne or like.
Melodyne's a useful tool.
Oh yes.
There's this really cool plugin you might enjoy. I don't want to get too audio oriented, but I know you're producing a lot of your music now, right?
Yeah.
Most of it, right?
Well, so I have some amazing engineers in Athens that I love working with. And then
your guy back in Virginia, right?
Ken Lasso is
that
amazing.
Who mixed Gut Punch and
he
everything?
did Gut Punch and Dry Eyes and
great.
And the album and Ken is
fuck yeah.
Ken's
Shout
my
out
guy.
Ken. I think they sound really good. I think they don't sound like a local band, if that makes sense. Like
sure.
It's hard
Thank
to
you so
articulate
much. Yeah.
that. You know, it sounds like
I
a
get
very
that.
professional, well-made song.
I think the big thing with avoiding the local band sound is the drum sound.
The drum sound probably the most important. You know what I mean?
The timing of the
easiest to
drums
skip.
and
yeah, you know what I mean? I've had some trouble with the drums, so I'm glad to hear you say that, you know.
Yeah.
Easily the hardest part to get right. You know what I mean? Don't you think?
But if you get your drum sound in your mix, I feel like
you're good.
But also though I love Patrick Doherty.
Yeah, I've heard great things about him.
Just
great things.
a pleasure to work with.
Yeah.
I saw him last night and just always want to hug him when I see him.
Springhouse said the same thing last night. They were like, "We've been in there with Patrick. Great stuff coming."
Yeah, a lot of amazing, inspiring people working with Patrick.
Cool, man. I need to get him on the show.
You know, like love Jeff. Work with him at 1093 and
Jeff.
stuff. And they're talking about doing some really cool stuff with the studio.
That's what I hear. Yeah, in the talks.
Some rumors are swimming around. So I think if they it's already an amazing space, but it sounds like some big changes are coming, and it's going to be.
Man. I think all you
even more
guys
amazing.
1093 live stuff sounds incredible.
Thank you, man.
Great.
That was a
Tree Song and all those tunes.
I'm really glad we have that memory.
Yeah,
it was a
and
great
it's
day.
out there, dude. They've got a lot of streams, bro. What's the second one on there? It's the name. What's the name of that one? I'm sorry, I'm forgetting.
Mary.
Okay, that one seems to be a popular one.
Thank you, man. That's
like that one.
I love playing that one live.
Yeah. What about it? Anything in particular?
It's the chill song. It's not the chill song that's the slow acoustic sing it by yourself song.
Okay.
But we came out of the gate with two higher tempo or like higher energy songs to get your attention at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then now you don't want us to play another rager because you're tired.
Yeah.
So this song is like, it's like stoned vibes. I don't know.
Dope, dude. Very cool, man. It seems to be popular, man. Good for you. Let me keep moving. I forget. I feel like I'm glancing over a bunch of stuff.
Dude, you're doing the best interview.
Come on, man. You make it easy. I'm trying to make sure I address everything, though, that I wanted to talk about. All right, let's back up to Dry Eyes some more. I want to talk about Dry Eyes, then we'll go to Gut Punch, excuse me.
Sure.
Dry Eyes, you're writing it. You got it done pretty much a year ago, from what I'm hearing. What makes you want to make it the next single? I feel like the pedal steel, I think it's pedal steel, right?
So it actually was the pedal steel that made it. I had Garrett Caramonte and I went to this music industry. It was through the music business program. He was like, they need volunteers. If you want to come with me, you might meet some cool people. And it was a beautiful night. It was awesome. And he drove me back to my house, and we were chilling at my house for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think he asked me to show him the new stuff that we've been recording, because we got a lot of tracks back from Racket, and I started being like, oh, like, look at this stupid thing from 2 years ago or what. Like, I was like, man, I haven't gone back, and we were just listening through all the old stuff. And then I was like, wait, we had that demo and Pistol cut steel for it, and we never added it on the track. Like, we never actually did a good mix. Like, let me see what this sounds like.
Yeah.
And it, like, we put the pedal steel on there and
Yeah.
played the track, and it was like, this is done.
That's it.
Like, we just got another mix after that, and it was good.
Love that, dude. I feel like it's an important part of it, at least in the start, you know, because when the first pedal steel came in, I was like, perked my ear a bit. I was
Sure.
like,
Yeah, Pistol.
Who's Pistol? Is this somebody's name?
Oh yeah,
Should I know
dude.
who this is, or is this canon?
Matt Pistol. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I think it's like Stossel or Stossel.
Okay,
or,
I've never met him. Never met him.
I feel bad for butchering it. I
don't know.
just got to meet him for the first time.
Okay.
About a week ago. He's
is this guy you hired?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember you mentioning this last time. I think.
Yeah. He's amazing. He's like. He sent me. He's done 3 songs for us now.
Uh-huh.
Every single track, first track, has been perfect. And he's the kind of guy where, man, if I could be this way, I would get so much more done. But he's like, I'll have it to you on Friday or whatever.
Okay.
It's Monday,
Yeah.
and he'll send you a track on Wednesday.
Oh wow.
Or Tuesday,
Getting it done.
and just getting it done, just cranking them out. And we actually ended up using that pedal steel part. He's in a studio by himself. Like he had never talked to me.
He's like a legit professional, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And he sounds amazing. He's got the setup,
great.
but he wrote a part that we ended up centering the entire horn arrangement around for Dry
Really?
Eyes.
Okay.
So when I went into Racket and we had Olin and Alex, that entire process of getting the parts down, it was all based off of the pedal steel that Pistol played. And he wasn't even collaborating with us. Like he sent it, or he did, but like he just sent it and he was like,
remotely.
Yeah. And then
I mean, as soon as it came in, I was like, didn't expect that from a Wim Taperson song. You know what I mean? I was like, whoa, what's that?
Sure.
It changes the whole vibe.
It's a sound that I've had just dreams of using, and I mean the magic of Athens. It's I can be hard on myself and be like, you always want to be somewhere else that you're not, and the grind never stops, and you keep pushing. Like you get one hit or whatever if you're lucky, and then you just want a next one. You don't just sit there all day and be like, I got a hit. This is like, you just want to keep going.
Yeah.
And oh dude, I totally forgot what I was talking about.
No, you're just talking about sheesh, I might have forgot what you're talking about. You're talking about just getting Dry Eyes and getting your boy playing pedal steel.
Pedal steel. Yeah. So like I can be as hard on myself as I want to be, but it's like I'm in a community. I'm in a place where in Virginia, I didn't know a single person who played pedal steel. I watched people on YouTube. I had never seen one in person.
Really?
I had never seen. I mean, talk about you go into Classic City, vintage guitars.
Yeah.
Hundreds of guitars I've seen in there that I like. You walk in, it's a '68 Super Reverb.
Yeah, and everybody's chilling in there. A few cool Athens folks in there.
It's guitars and gear and minds and vibe that I had never had access to before this city, and it's as much as I will always carry that Virginia. My hometown is very supportive of me still. I feel the love from them. Like they have been carrying me. But I feel like Athens is really starting to make me what I am.
Ooh,
and
very well put. When you say make you who you are, what do you mean by that? If you had to articulate it.
I just feel like a sponge here. That's been my biggest goal. Like I never want to be the guy that's like, I'm gonna walk in here, kick ass, take names. But I mean, you got to have that
a little bit of that
vibe sometimes, because you want to be confident. And but more than anything, it's just like, dude. I mean, like I played a '65 Gibson Dove at Dylan's shop that I wouldn't be able to afford until I'm retired. And I'm sitting there like in tears. I'm just like, this is
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, so it's
You describe it very well, man.
It's all about those. Yeah, I know I was being hard on myself earlier with the ego stuff, but it is all about those small successes and just realizing how much you're enjoying the ride.
Yeah, like simmering in it a bit. Like,
yeah,
it's so easy to be like, sure, we played whatever venue. Man, I wish we were hitting there. You know what I mean? Like the next spot. You know, it's like, damn, I wish we were doing amphitheaters or something. You know, it's like you would have just killed to be here a few years ago. You know?
I heard I think it was like a Dave Grohl interview. He said that everybody at every big blowout gig that he's ever done, they're not in the green room talking about like, oh man, it was so awesome when we played the Super Bowl. There were 1,000 people, or 100,000 people there. Everybody is talking about their first tour where they were eating butter sandwiches. Like it's like that's beautiful. Dude, I had over winter break. I went back to my dad's place in St.
Virginia?
Petersburg, Florida. I flat out ran out of money.
As you do.
And
as you do.
I love my family. I really, really, really love and connect with my extended family.
That's awesome, man.
And they've been wildly supportive. Like I think they're a huge reason why I have the horns in my band. Why I have just the sounds that we use and things. It's really deep in my family. But they can throw down some food, man. And my Aunt Ann, who is, if she's not my favorite person in the world, it's, you know,
it's close.
It's Amy Winehouse or something. But rest in peace to the goat. But
yes,
there was this ribeye just sitting on my plate that Ann cooked, and I was literally sitting there, and I was a little stoned, so I'll give it. You know, maybe emotions were running a little higher, but I was sitting there, literally in tears, staring, because I was like, "This is the greatest thing." That I would have taken it for granted so hard growing up. And I'm like, I mean, we're eating ribeyes all the time and stuff, but I'm like, I have never wanted to cry over a plate of food because of how good it is. Yeah. And this is the life, like any hardship that we could face as a band, any momentary ebb and flow, cash flow, tax,
up and down,
just brutal. But I think that experience has made me like, I don't know. I feel like I care about things more than I ever have, just because
once you start paying the rent and everything with this kind of stuff, it's like, oh, if we don't play any shows, we're not gonna pay rent. You know, give you new perspective. You know, we will be eating butter sandwiches. You know,
it is the ultimate, and it's so hard. I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, okay, how do I? Like, I know that you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Absolutely,
I've learned that. How do I implement a system or a routine or a something where I can try to feel some of that gratitude without losing the thing? Hypothetically, like where can I like inject that gratitude into my day?
So and do you mean like trying to be happy with where you're at while still chasing where you want to be without focusing on where you want to be too much? Is that kind of what you mean?
So like I don't know, like instead of going and getting the streams on Spotify and saying, man, we killed. I mean, nothing wrong with self-love, but being like, man, we killed that. We like, this is odd. We're the best band ever. It's like, dude, the amount of people that took the time to be vulnerable with this song and allow it to enter their lives and like connect with us as a band and seriously take what we're doing seriously and like it's better than anything that
that's priceless, man.
Anything like money could buy,
especially streams. It's easy to be like, man, I wish I had a fucking million streams. You know, it's like if you've got fucking 100 people listening to your song, that's a bunch of people. You know what I mean?
But the greatest, I think the single greatest compliment I've ever received as a musician,
tell me,
was one of my really close friends. He, like, I look up to him as a musician so much, just as a chop man, like as a keys, like god. But he told me that he felt like he knew himself better after listening to my single.
Wow. That is a hell of a compliment, my friend.
And that is the key. That past any sort of like, and you know, we want to be the most entertaining, uplifting, fun band in the world. But deeper than that, we want people to process their experience through the lens of what we're writing and what we're doing, and we believe in it, and hopefully we're doing some good with our lyrics or even some of my favorite songs I've written, like my song Other Side. It's like I feel like I wrote that song about all the things that I hate about myself, and it was like I keep fumbling, I keep fucking up, and I like, but even like if I could be in high school and hear that song, I'm like, dude, I would totally connect with that, and it would make me like, you know, I want people to know themselves better because of the music that we're writing.
That's a great like journey to be shooting for, or a great goal to be even have in mind, man. Good for you, dude. That's deep, you know what I mean? Like, and I think you've done it, man. I think like, I literally think the Gut Punch, like that was a little era, dude. There was like a 3-month run there where that was like, a lot of people were talking about it. I was listening to it all the time. The video came out, and the video's astounding, by the way.
Connor
Shout
DeVita.
out DeVita. He's the man. I'm making a video with him, and he's like taking all my
Dude, I'm so glad.
stuff.
Yeah.
He's great, man. It's great.
They stayed up all night writing that storyboard for me.
And they did a great job. Great video.
But
like the song, to back up a hair, like it like defined a little era in Athens, dude. There's like a 3-month period there where like people were like, who's that song about? That you guys heard a new song, that stuff, and then you played it at Boar's Head. People were fucking singing it, dude. Good for you, brother. I think you're already doing it.
Thank you,
know
man.
What I mean? So
yeah.
keep it up.
It's my utmost honor, dude.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Love it, man. That's
like,
a great.
it's my favorite city in the world, and the fact that we're getting to do it here is.
That's maybe why I would have thought of you as more of like I still think of you as a live act, obviously, but like your ability to write songs and deliver them in a great way, like that could be your strong suit. Kind of like you're saying, like your mission is to kind of make people know themselves better, you know, like you leaning into like, oh, maybe we should go into the studio once a month, and maybe we don't have to tour all these towns quite yet. Is a smart thing to do, I think. Would you agree? Kind of, is that kind of been the plan?
I mean, at the same time, we're trying to get into any and every room that we can get our hands on. I'll play 200 shows a year if I can. We're addicted. Like we're obsessed. We love
so you
playing.
love both ends of it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like if I'm, I saw a meme and it was like, sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
It's like a football player fully geared up, sitting in the stands of a football game, and it's like any musician where you like are seeing another musician play, and it's not like I want to steal the thunder, but I just want to like grab a guitar and just like jam, like be part of their thunder and uplift. So, that's where like playing with Hall Pass recently and stuff, and writing with those guys, and just kind of offering my services as a hired gun as well has been so much fun.
And you play what instrument in that band? Guitar and bass? Or
I play bass and guitar. I'm gonna play a little bit of drums too.
Fair enough. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. I know what you mean. Like you see, like even just at Boar's Head on Saturday or whatever. Like I have no business playing bass. I was like, damn, I'd like to play bass right now. You know what I mean? It's like you just kind of want to be part.
It just
man.
looks fun. Like it's
does,
everybody. I mean, just think about how lucky you are. You flip your guitar over. If you play a righty guitar, you're not gonna be able to do shit on it.
Yeah.
And that's how a guitar feels to most people in the world. And for us, our guitar is like our little snuggle buddy.
Yeah, we're there.
And we're
with
lucky enough to, and you know, it takes a lot of work and a lot of grind, but it's like, how lucky are we that we even have the aptitude to chase after something like this? And so that's where like the enjoyment that I get from that, I'm like, you know, even if someone isn't walking away and they're like, oh, this song changed my life. Like if we could just have one night in their life where they had a beautiful experience with their friends and like that, the fact that we get to do that, I often try to rationalize the music. I think a lot. I know I've mentioned it 3 times. I feel weird about it, but I'm like, I think a lot about ego and the way that ego, and the relationship between like ego and the self affects the songwriting process and the way that we interact with other musicians and other things. And you know, a huge part of the songwriting process is tapping into yourself or your subconscious and kind of quieting the ego and that planning mindset, that type A kind of thing in your head, and letting your subconscious lead you. And it's like, if this is something that's not my effort, it's not my like actions, it's something that I have to tap into this like almost magical, mystical thing, then why could I take any credit for that? As a like I'm more of a vessel than I am
a delivery man, kind of.
Yeah, and you know, like I can be proud of putting in the time and the process to do it, but
you still got to reach out there and grab it. You know
yeah, you can't just sit and like.
Yeah, it's not just gonna do itself, you know.
But
that's a very good way to put it, by the way.
Any time we do a big show or something, I always try to ground myself, and I think the biggest ego killer is gratitude, more than any sort of self detriment, like that wasn't, you know, everybody look at everybody else, they're playing bigger show, like instead of trying, that's not gonna kill anything, but you can kill your ego if you think of every single person who was in your room and you're like, they could have gone and played video games and smoked weed or they could have gone to that other bar, they could have done, and they were kind enough to join us and have an experience with us,
like counting your blessings, kind of, you know.
Absolutely.
And you do that before shows, you're saying, like, just to kind of keep some you know.
I try to. I don't have any sort of like set gratitude. Like I know people wake up and they write down things that they're grateful for and things, but I think just keeping that on the back burner or the back burner is key.
I think so too, man. Because it's so easy to get caught up in all the little shit, and I find myself caught up in it a lot. Like little shit goes wrong, set times go wrong, something goes wrong, no lights, you show up to a place that has no stage, stuff like that. It's like really easy to get pissed off. Like somebody trips over the barrier and knocks something over. It's like you can really get caught up in it. It's like, bro, people came to see us. You know
I hate
what I mean?
that. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like you're playing somewhere, you're playing loose
I
change.
totally
people are spilling shit. You know what I mean? It's like
I have nightmares where we play a Roadhouse type bar. I love playing Roadhouse. I absolutely. This has not been a problem there. There have been other bars where this is a problem, but like, that's just the setting that my brain picked. But like, I have a reoccurring dream where we finish our set and I get off stage, and all of these frat guys run on stage and start destroying all of our gear and like
nice gear.
Picking up my guitars and throwing them at each other and stuff. And I run back on stage. And I'm like, stop. And then they won't. And I wake up in like a cold sweat. I'm
sweating.
Like, so I'm like,
damn, that might be something
we might need some.
on.
Oh, dude, the therapy is going strong. Shout out, Mike.
Some sort of internal battle you got going on there.
But yeah, I'm just like, I think the internal battle is that we need barricades at our spring parties this year. We cannot wait to party with the good people of Athens, Georgia, but we will be a little bit barricaded, and
of course, fair enough.
We will come up to that barricade and say hello.
We'll get real close.
Yeah,
but let's stay on the other side.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, that's something that I didn't think about when I started playing. I never how many bars did we go to and see bands before we were playing? Well, you're pretty young, so you maybe not too many. But like, I never one time thought like, damn, can't believe they're playing without a barricade. You play a bunch, you're like, it fucking sucks when people have access to just hop up there.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm putting myself in the deep end. I like to play a show where I'm right up in your face. And I'm like, I get up on that, but like, I don't know, man. When people are groping you and shit, it's just
easy.
Just gotta,
easy later.
But any sort of complaining that I could do about any concert is in vain because there are bad gigs. It is a thing that I think there's something good to find in every gig, and
it's very well put, my friend. Let me back up a hair. Where am I gonna go with this? Hold on. Just being grateful and everything. When you write a song like Gut Punch or Dry Ass, do you immediately kind of know what's going to happen with it? Like you're just feeling good that that's you got that out and it might connect, or is it like you just hope that it's going to connect?
No idea.
No idea.
I only want to put out songs that I like, even if I had a song that it's like, oh, this feels like it's going to be a hit. Yeah. And I'm not vibing with it. We haven't really crossed that bridge yet.
Yeah, it's a great policy to have in general, I think.
Yeah, but like, okay, so we have this song that we're gonna release as soon as we can. It's called Sober.
Oh, we're excited about this one, my friend. I already know this one, bro. People, we know this one.
Sure, yeah.
From the talk, baby.
Yeah, TikTok has been.
All right, another verse and the chorus.
Yeah. But with Sober, so I wrote that initial hook.
Yeah.
Probably 7-8 months ago. I was in the dorm at UGA, and I was feeling real shitty and just the perfect place to be writing a song. And
motivated.
I felt like I had this like fiending, and I was just like, this is so shit. And I went up to my study room in the dorm because my roommate was asleep, and I banged out that first verse. Yeah. And then someone walked in the room, started studying, so I was like, oh,
I'm ahead.
I'm good. Yeah, and I went to bed, and then I didn't think about that song for months. Really? And then I started getting on the like, oh, I need to post on TikTok every day. I got to get the consistency going. And so that day it just came up, and it was like, all right, what am I going to sing today? And I was just like, I don't fucking know. And I was going through it, and then I was like, oh, there's that demo. I ended up just like singing it in the shower or something while I was getting ready. And I was like, oh, I could, that's a really easy song. Like, I don't have anything else, and I put it up.
Shit went crazy, bro.
And the thing with, like, I put that same video on Instagram. Yeah. And it got, 1,000 views, the same as any other video that I had been doing. And it was just the algorithm and the way that it hit that night. Like, I went to Boars that night, and my phone was just going. And I was like, what is happening? And then so we're on this mad dash. We just shot the single cover today.
What?
With Garrett Cardozo.
The man. Well, let's back up a bit. Tell me more about Sober, because I was going to ask you about it anyways. All right, so you write it, kind of put it in the catalog, forget about it. Post video on TikTok, goes nuts. Yeah, goes nuts. Like famous people in the comments, like big hitters. People engage with it. I still see people commenting on your shit like, yo, we're sober, we're ready. Yeah, because it's a good fucking. What I've heard, the one chorus. I don't know if I've listened to the second verse video yet. But it's great. It's catchy. You played it at Boar's Head, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded great. And does that like, oh shit, we got to get this one right? Any pressure on that, like in the studio, or is it like, oh, we're just gonna do what we do and put this thing out?
I've never had a songwriting experience like this song. It's been opening a lot. I've just learned so much from it. But I got really lucky because Thanksgiving hit right after that video blew up, and so I had the opportunity to go home and write a song at my mom's house, and like just acoustic guitar, no gear with me, that was exactly what I needed. Because she went out one day and I had that whole song done in like an hour, which never happens. Like it's and yeah, I was getting very caught up in it, like because people are commenting on how they want the song to be, commenting lyrics, commenting.
Is that weird for you? A little bit?
Oh, it was so cool. It was the coolest thing.
Yeah. People are stoked about it, man.
I mean, it makes me emotional, the fact that people were
They still are.
Like,
they still are.
Yeah, I mean, talk about I mean,
no, that's awesome, dude.
It's so cool. But
and what's your hope to kind of do with that? Because I feel like that was like a moment for you. Like it was motivating for me. I was like, damn it, he's crushing. I've got to get on the talk. Got to do the talk, man.
I hope that all my friends just try to take advantage of all the tools that they have, and so. There's a way to do that platform that doesn't feel like the disingenuine TikTok dances and stuff. It's literally just like play your music, and take a video of it,
and it crushed. Love it.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean? Like there was no everybody's like, oh, I'm not getting on there and fucking dancing. Like, bro, you don't have to. You know, you
just play your song.
Yeah, you mold your channel how you want it to be, and you've done a great job at it. The following content has been great too. How you wrote it out, like the live stream of you fucking recording it. You know what I mean? Like that's how you do it.
The live stream and stuff. So that was I don't know. It was really cool. I loved the people that were on there. We had some people that were on there for the full session.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
I was like, this is amazing. Like, that's great content. I was definitely we wrapped that session and turned the cameras off, and I was like, man, I sounded like shit today.
Nah,
I felt terrible. I was all up in my head, and I was listening to the mix. I'm like, is this what people want? Is this what my mom wants? Is this what they want the acoustic version, but they want the and I'm just going. And Olin actually was like, dude, just play what you want to play. Yeah. He's always so quiet, and he's just like, yeah, just play your song. Like it's your song. They just want you to write it.
Yeah,
and they're gonna like it.
Words of wisdom.
And I was like,
fair enough.
And he played. Yeah. So that's one where I had the band. It's the first song where I'm only playing the guitars and the vocals on it, because Garrett plays bass.
Yeah.
Dan's playing the drums. Olin's playing sax.
Ooh, new era.
Clark sound.
Ooh.
Clark Hamilton helped me write the vocal arrangement and the horn parts and stuff, and Patrick was engineering, and so now I'm like, dude, it's so much more expensive. Not really that expensive. Like anybody could do it if they commit to it, but it's like, we got the dream team now.
Yeah.
Like we got it's not me sitting in my room and trying to muster this like one man, because I'm way extroverted, and I realize that my motivation comes from working with other people more than anything. So
and there's a good feeling about like going in the studio and like not holding back anything. Like we did everything we could do to get this. Like there was no like me using a cheap piano in my house. There was no like, oh, we don't have an acoustic mic, let's just use my SM7. It was like, you guys made that shit.
You want
right?
to do yeah.
Is that how it was, kind of?
It was. Sweet, everything. I'm super excited about it. We're getting this. I promise, like for anybody who may be from TikTok or whatever, I promise you, we have not been sitting on our asses. Yeah. Like, and the sober, like the thing with that, we're so close to being done with it. I promise. So but close? The thing with that motivation from that song is like, I was talking about not just writing inspiration and getting your session and stuff, but like we have been so motivated because of the response from people all over the US.
Yeah, dude.
And so we have been writing, like I wrote a song a week or two ago that I was so excited about, and it sounds like a Chris Brown song. It's nothing like Sober. Like
really?
It's like total, and we have like a hard rock, like 80 Blanco kind of song that we've been talking about, like opening the set with, and we're like we're piecing all this shit together, and it's just all because of, I don't know, just being lucky enough, like these people that are just saying hey to us. Like it's we feel visible. I feel like for the first time,
dude. I mean, you went from what was it like 500 followers to 1,500 in like a few days, right? It was something like that, crazy, or no, 15,000. Excuse me. Wasn't it some crazy number like that?
Yeah, we I don't know. I think we got like 13,000 a week.
Woo!
And that was
you got a team with you now. You know what I mean? Those are real fans, dude. If they hit that follow, those are your homies. That's
yeah.
great.
I'm just so excited to give them the show that I know we can give them.
Yeah, dude.
And I think that the more that we can get out of town, and
I think so too. I think that'd be huge for y'all. I think like a Virginia run would be a great storyline.
Exactly. We're really hitting, or really wanted to hit Charlottesville.
Oh my gosh, please,
and obviously going home, doing DC and
Wim Tapley goes home. That would be
cool.
A sick run, bro.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still at the same time, like, don't put too much quite focus into it yet. Like, obviously getting sober down and that kind of stuff, it's like the best move you can make so that there's hype when you do go out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And you could probably go ticket at a lot of places, especially when, I mean, you're well on the pace to be getting an agent. That'll probably change the game for you guys. Opening bills and everything, going up there.
We're really excited about the conversations that we've been having recently. I think we're going to get the right team together. And
I'm sure of it, man. It's easy flowing as you got it going right now. Just letting it all happen, man. That's great. And I'm excited about the TikTok thing. It got me off my ass posting on mine. So appreciate that.
Dude,
appreciate
absolutely.
That.
Yeah, you got to and even I like sorry, I'm just burping in your mic.
No, you're good. I've been ripping some over here.
Oh yeah.
Big old burps.
That's beautiful. What was I talking about?
Big old burps.
Big old burp, big doinks, and
we were talking about team, maybe. I can't quite remember. TikTok.
I like had I felt very burnout.
Okay, recently.
Yeah, well, it was just like over the holiday season.
Yeah.
And like my poor dog died and stuff, and so we had like a couple other things. Oh, it's okay, man. But yeah, like I'm feeling back in my groove, and we got a bunch of songs that we've been working. So even I just hope people understand how much stuff is happening behind the scenes. Like there are so many spreadsheets and sticky notes and demos and voice memos and single covers and Pinterest boards and
posting and all that, and the videos you got to make. People don't understand how much work it is, so good for you.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's fun though.
It's like my roommates I could stress about a TikTok all day, and then I'm like, like during finals. Yeah. I was like, they're studying all day.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, woe is me because I have to take a video of myself making up something on the guitar
that people want to watch. How dare!
And they're gonna say nice things to me, and I'll make friends. Like,
we got it made, man.
Yeah, I don't know why I would ever feel unmotivated. But I mean, it's okay if you do. But
I think so. I think there's a natural rhythm, and you being burnout in December is a very on-brand music thing to do. The industry shuts down December.
Yeah. You don't feel like you want to be putting out your heavy guns when everyone's on like vacation
thing will happen
in Nashville.
In May. You know what I mean? Same thing will happen in May and probably June. And then July will start being ready to go again. But I want to pause 1 second. I haven't thanking my show sponsor yet, man.
Oh yes!
Shout out to our show sponsor for the day, Clark's Collective. You gotta love them. You played
love
Clark's. A few times.
Yeah, they're some of the nicest people we've worked with in Athens.
Man. The whole staff, wonderful. Rips the man, Sam, all those guys are awesome. Gracie is awesome. It might be Grace. I think it's 2 E's. Sorry, love you, Grace. But yes, they're wonderful. If you guys want to book their holler at us. I heard you guys might be playing there. Were you guys gonna do a pre-natty thing?
We were.
But it didn't pan out.
They were too cool for us. It was
never.
It was too much of an exclusive. No. It was Clark's is awesome, dude. We'll be back there.
We love it
when the time is right. Yeah.
Shout out to Clark's. They've got some new shirts we made together. Really cool. They funded it. It was awesome. Their idea.
I saw them. They're
very clean, right?
They're very clean.
Go check them out. Let's keep it moving, brother. I need to write down this ad time so I don't have to listen to the whole thing to find it.
Yeah.
I've been doing that a lot lately.
Oh man.
I gotta find that guy. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Let's get into the closing notes here. We're at 64 minutes.
Sure.
So that's how you know it was a good episode if we made it 64. Let's see. I kind of want to know what has been. Let's do a rapid fire. Usually I do little tiny mic interviews after this.
Oh yeah.
But we can't because I don't have anybody to hold the camera.
That's true.
So we're gonna shoot it right now.
Okay.
Give me some rapid fire answers here. You can elaborate as long as you want, but usually the video is about a minute.
Okay.
What is your favorite part about Athens?
The music.
Love it.
That's so generic. Okay, my favorite part about Athens is being able to find a jam or a writing session or a concert to attend or anything at any time on a Sunday, on a Tuesday, on a Saturday night. Great you can go find a punk show. You can go find a metal show. You can find a rapper. You can find a DJ. You can find Jameson Tank. Also Clark's Collective.
Yes, also Clark's.
And
also Wim Taperson. Is it Jeff that calls you Wim Taperson? Somebody does,
I think so. Jeff has a million names for me.
I owe Jeff a text back. He texted me yesterday morning or after the game. He's like, good seeing you last night. I think I saw you, right? And I was like, yeah, we might have been feeling it a little bit.
Jeff was feeling it. Well, I mean, go Dogs, man.
Go Dogs, man. Let's talk about that for a second. Then I'll get back to my rapid fire.
Yeah.
Dogs game was awesome, man. How's it feel to come from Virginia? Now you're just a full dog. Like, had to be satisfied.
No, I feel
right?
like I feel like a bastard. Like everybody has been suffering through Georgia sports for years. Like I just hope everybody knows, as like I don't take it for granted. I know that Georgia has not always won the way that they do.
Exactly.
And I know that this is the best time to be here.
It absolutely
and
is.
You gotta, I will ride with the Dogs if they're playing losing seasons and doing vintage dog stuff. But it is a new era. We're back-to-back national championship. Stetson Bennett is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Kirby
How could
Smart.
you not like that guy, bro?
He's nice.
He is, dude.
Yeah.
I was on TikTok the other night. I was like, bro, if you don't like Stetson Bennett, you're a loser, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. He's a nice guy.
He's been very nice to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Can't beat him, man. So let's keep it going to rapid fire. We're gonna thanks to the Dogs again, though. Let's want to resonate in that natty right there. Another question: what's the most underrated part about Athens, in your opinion? The most underrated part about Athens. What's your pick?
What is it called? It's the tripletta sandwich at Academia Brewing Co.
Dude, Academia food underrated
really
as a whole,
good.
bro.
They have
like
a
the
breakfast
avocado
version.
burger.
Oh,
Great, bro.
Well, I've actually only ever gotten the tripletta
Really?
there because it is like it's actually the best sandwich I've ever had in
word
Athens.
up. I'll have to try that.
They
Shout
have a
out
breakfast
Academia.
version. Oh yeah. It's got an egg on it. You get the Brussels sprouts instead of the French fries.
Awesome, dude.
Really good.
Love it, man. Underrated restaurant in Athens for sure. Great.
Also
answer.
underrated. I thought Flickr was a really good time last night.
Did you go last night? I should have went, man.
Oh, B was so good. Everybody on that line, Aaron, Lightheart, dude.
Aaron's the nicest guy, dude. Love it, man.
Yeah.
Flickr's great, man. I feel like, honestly, in my opinion, they charge a little much as a band. Even
It's a little hard to make money there.
Yeah,
but I would much rather play to 100 people
locked
at
in
Flickr than 100 people at the 40 watt. I think
any day.
40 watt needs to. I mean, I don't know what they need, but like there's a niche for them that I don't think is being like the starter band spot.
Yes, I get what you mean. Like, it's almost easy to be unengaged in there.
There's a little more to that room and the history of it to be, doing a cover set or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I really wish there was something in between Flickr and 40 watt size, and there isn't right now. It used to be the Caledonia Lounge.
Yeah.
And even that, we could have used a hair bigger. Like, Flickr's really bright in there. Like, it doesn't give you like a rock and roll like dive vibe like the Down you did. I really wish we had the Down. I wish we had like something right at like 175, 200 cap would be amazing. Because even 40 watt, like, it's 500 cap, I believe. Like, you might as well do the theater. Do you know what I mean? Like, like 400 in the theater, 400 and 40 watts, same thing. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. But to keep moving, Flickr.
Great underrated spots.
Oh, no. You already answered. You're good. No, you're fine.
I was trying to think.
Let me think. What's your favorite band in Athens right now? Even top 3, I'd be happy to hear.
Hefner.
Great answer.
Well Kept.
Oh, great answer.
I feel like such a Tommy stan, but I can't help but love all the music.
Gotta love that guy.
I'll go We Bought a Zoo band for the third one. I mean, B was really good last night.
Yeah?
B Porges. One of the best, probably the best show I've seen at Flickr.
Really?
Jive Talk was amazing at Flickr.
I've never seen that.
They're from Nashville.
Okay, I thought they were from like North Carolina. I'm tripping, man.
I saw them in Charlotte one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Love that, man. Well, dude, I feel like B has very much been killing it in the sense of like the words getting out. After the rooftop thing, it was like, oh, she's gonna be a real competitor in this town. It's gonna be great.
I'm almost always at a Cam and his damn jam band show.
Yeah,
if they're playing. They're amazing.
I feel like they're underrated just as musicians, man. They're fucking awesome.
I'll talk about Garrett Gray the entire pod. We could have a whole Garrett Gray podcast,
we could, man. Without him on it,
he's
me
beautiful.
And you talking about
I really should have next year,
we'll get him next year
on January 11th, 2024.
Dude, at this rate, we'll be able to do one in 6 months. You keep killing, man.
Oh man, I appreciate you.
You bring them in with you. Bring Daniel. Bring Garrett.
They're great guys.
But I feel like it's almost hard. Like, it's good that we did this because it's kind of hard for them to comment on a lot of the questions I've given you. You know,
sure.
It's very much still a you thing. You still have to be the beam of light.
It would be a little more stoned.
It might be. You guys might be a little glassy.
Little faded.
Let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite song to come out of Athens in the past year? Even 2 years. Or just a couple. Anything that comes to mind.
Swimming Pools by Elijah Johnston.
Love it, man. Yeah.
That song.
What a songwriter.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, love it.
He wrote my favorite album
Yeah.
of anybody that I listened to last year. Days Off?
I think it's Day Off. Sounds right. Sounds the picture of all of them on the front of the house, right?
It's just him. It has like the yellow font, and that's the one. The Don't Come Around Looking For
I love that song.
Yeah, that song's amazing.
One of my favorite songs.
I found that song actually on the radio, which was like a really cool.
Woo-walk?
It was Woo-walk, yeah.
Yeah, sick, dude.
But I was like, hell yeah, get an Elijah song off. I was like, I've never heard this, man. Yeah, I also really, really love Calico in Atlanta.
Me too, man. Me too.
Their album's great. Settling by Well Kept.
Love that song.
And Heart Attack made me cry.
Heart Attack by Well Kept?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I know that one. I'll have to listen.
Yeah. And also, oh man, James Kim by Hefner.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one.
Dude.
Hefner album was incredible.
I can't wait for album number 3.
And they're fucking working, bro.
They work harder maybe than I.
They work, bro, in that studio. They're a studio band. I respect that.
Yeah.
I would love to hear you record with Tommy.
Dude, I've been really interested.
You should, man. We recorded with him for the first time the other day, and I've known him for years. And I mean, changed my life almost. Like, I would go as far to say genius tier producer. Like,
yeah, you told me, you texted me that.
Incredible, bro.
I got to work with Taylor Cotton one time. We were working on an AG song. Oh, also AG, Clover County.
Yeah, I hear great things about her. Yeah.
Incredible, underrated musician. Only underrated because she is just on the come up. Like, she's about to start releasing songs and stuff.
I saw her on TikTok the other day. It came on my For You page. I was like, hell yeah.
She has such a good voice.
Yeah.
But
you worked with Taylor Cotton, you were saying?
Yeah. He's really cool. He is a more methodical writer than I am. Like, I go in and I'm like, I have this passage that I need to play over, and I'll rip a bunch of solos and kind of find it along the way. And Taylor and I are like writing out a solo note by note. It's just very different. I think that band is just so quirky, and they have their like
so cool.
Their vibe, just because it's so well thought out. Like, every little moment in their songs, I'm like, there's like a Taylor going like, oh, what if we do that? Or like, someone in that band, or Tommy, it sounds like.
And they're all heavy hitters, you know, like it's like really like a dream team band in a way. I know they were in other great bands before, from what I hear. So like, I think they took what they learned from all the first bands like we're in now, you know, and they're like, all right, we can hit this thing right. And they have. Yeah. And I feel like I said earlier, like in the past 3 months, like around when they did that first Newsy Space Jam, and then they did with the Stews, I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be a big band in town. Like, they're gonna be the real deal.
I think they'll go the distance. I think AG will go the distance.
Yeah. Anybody else you think's going all the way?
Jameson Tank.
Sheesh. I'm humbled.
Yeah, I mean, all the guys, like the jam band scene is awesome. Springhouse doing great shows.
I talked with them yesterday. They've got big plans, man. Big plans.
Yeah.
Everybody go listen to the Springhouse episode. It'll be out by the time this one's on.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to think of who else I think. I think Hefner might be my number one pick. You right now. And Springhouse has been consistent. They've institutionalized themselves. Who else is killing, man? So many, man. It's hard to pick.
Red Mile Road.
Red Mile Road EP is coming out here.
Yeah, it's going to be good. On Friday. Yeah.
On Friday. Let's go, man. Love that. Okay. Let me ask you like one or two more questions. We'll get out of here.
Yeah.
Let me think.
This has been the slowest speed round of all the. I'm really sorry. What a slow.
And no, that's my fault. You had great answers, and you might as well let them run. Let me think of some good ones. I should prepare it. All right. What is your favorite pizza in Athens?
Oh. All right. I've probably been the most emotional over like a Little Italy's pizza at some point. I was a big DP Dough stan.
Yeah.
And then I have also found a love for Eddie's because they do the little sprinkle of Parmesan on the.
Oh yeah, they got it.
Yeah.
That's good late night.
Fully
eat.
loaded though is beautiful.
If you had to pick a favorite, your number one pizza spot.
If I ordered a pizza tonight, I would actually. You know what? I would order a Amici.
Amici?
Really, really good.
It's pretty good. It's been inconsistent for me, but it's solid.
Really?
Yeah.
What is inconsistent about it?
Just something about it. We used to go in there a lot for shows and stuff, and it was never quite the same. I usually get the same thing, so it was like, I'm wondering about this. But Amici's a good answer.
I will consider my Amici's or.
What is it? I can't even remember mine. I usually just go meat lovers probably.
Well, it'll be different, so it doesn't matter. It's just going to be like.
True. You just keep it in mind next
it's
time.
It's like
be
a
like,
throw
how
in.
consistent is this? All right, favorite taco in Athens. I'm on food right now.
There's so much Mexican food in Athens.
Yeah.
It's an oasis for middle to high tier Mexican restaurants. Most of them being closer to middle, but I've been really big on Tacos Los Plebes recently.
Yes, I hear great things about it.
Yeah, off of North Ave. It's the closest to me, so it's nice. I would always go to what's it called? Is it Los? No, I would not Los Pollos Hermanos. That's the Breaking Bad thing. There's one that they do a really good like torta, but I think it's a chain.
Sure. I'm actually very unversed in the tacos, so I'm gonna have to.
I really like Taqueria Tsunami. It's expensive.
Oh yeah,
but
I hear great things about that. That seems to be a popular answer. I ask people a lot. Favorite sandwich or sub in Athens? Ooh.
The Academia Tripletta.
Oh yeah, good answer. How about favorite wings? You chicken wings guy?
I like wings. I don't think I've had a lot of wings. I would go with O House Dining Commons.
Ooh, hot take there. Nice. Pretty good. I think Bites might have said that, or somebody might have said that. Same answer.
I don't know.
Anyways, great answer. I only got a few more. I'm trying to think of some good ones.
I love all the foods, man. I'll just keep it rolling.
You seem like a food guy. I'm gonna keep going. Hold on.
I can't afford any of it right now, but
I'm about to cook too, bro. I had to go to the grocery store today. All right.
Same.
What is your most controversial music opinion? I'll let you think on it in a minute.
Wow. I don't want to be a hater. I want to be like, this person is awesome and no one else. I was a really big Justin Bieber guy.
Yeah.
Growing up.
I've listened to some Biebs.
That's not that controversial though.
No,
Let's shake it up a little more.
What you got? I mean, what's one you catch some flack from your homies for? Anything in particular?
It's a song that I wouldn't want to play in front of like maybe the band. Like what is someone that I love that
Yeah, what's something in the playlist that might shock some people?
I don't know. I love playing boy band songs with the band. Like what we play like Backstreet Boys and Jonas Brothers. Like
the Jonas Brothers song crushes.
Thank you, man.
You do just murders, bro. That's one of the best parts
of your
set. I did.
Hell yeah. I think I feel like most of my opinions are pretty
straight down the line.
Pretty in line.
Well, fair enough. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let me keep it moving. If you had to eat one fast food chain for the rest of your life, what would you eat?
McDonald's.
Ooh, interesting.
Easy.
Why
I had a Big Mac last night.
Oh, dude, a Big Mac after you haven't had one for like
You know why
month?
I go to McDonald's though?
Why is
it's
that?
because of the cookie tote.
The cookie tote.
Have you ever heard of this?
Is that the little like the
you get a little
cookies?
tote and it's 13 cookies for $5.
That's a good deal, bro.
13 cookies. No one talks about the cookie tote. But also this is a beautiful fast food place. Like we have places here that I just dreamed of in Georgia. I had never or in Virginia. We didn't have in South Riding, Virginia, we didn't have a Cookout. We didn't have Cane's. We had a Zaxby's that came in really late and a Chick-fil-A that came in really late. There's just so much good food around. I love fast food.
Yeah, I do too.
I can't help but feed myself shit.
I love Zaxby's, dude.
Zaxby's is sweet.
Underrated, yeah.
I like Arby's.
I like Arby's chicken sandwich banging, bro.
Actually, my most controversial music opinion
What you got?
is that Waffle House has a record label that you can like you know how they have the jukeboxes inside of Waffle House? So they have like 25 songs, I want to say, that have been recorded by Waffle Records.
What?
And they all have music videos on YouTube. Like, there's one that's
Sick.
called Raisins in My Toast. There's one that's called Bert. That's really good. And my opinion is that no one is doing it like Waffle Records these days. And
that's incredible.
Because they're think about how many Waffle Houses there are, and my music isn't on that jukebox, but theirs is. So
that's reach.
It's reach.
That's
it's
reach,
like
baby.
there are like 5 Waffle Houses in Athens.
Well, maybe we need to make some move. Me and you and Cheermonte, we need to be getting on them record players.
Let's get on that Waffle
we
Records,
cut a
bro.
few cinnamon toast songs. You know, we could be good.
Raisins
man.
in My Toast goes hard, man.
Does it go hard?
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen. You guys go listen.
Bert
to that.
is a personal favorite. I promise you, this is real.
This is real. What's your favorite bar in Athens?
Boars.
Boars. Easy answer. Second favorite.
Roadhouse.
Ooh, that's literally mine too, probably.
Oh yeah, they're beautiful, but also Rip soundtrack or soundcheck. I had a great time there. I went there one time and I played beer pong.
Did you? You had a good time?
And it was
That place
awesome.
is crazy, bro. We used to play that little skinny stage up there.
No way.
The deal was, I think it was $200. We played the shit out of that motherfucker, bro. It was fun.
Cozy is great.
Yeah, I never really gone cozy, man. I really like.
I was a hater until I realized that it's the best bar in Athens.
Is it? They used to do shows down there. I don't think they do anymore.
They do show.
Do
It's
they?
not somewhere you would want to see a show. It smells like shit down there.
It smells a little funky.
It's a funky little. It's a cozy bar.
Who's your favorite band of all time?
All time.
All time.
If I could see anybody alive
Uh-huh.
right now, I would. Oh, they're not my favorite band of all time, but I would see Khruangbin
Khruangbin. I don't know.
or I would love to see Tom Misch and Yusuf Days.
Yeah. I mean, is that who's on your listens the most? You know, like who's been with you your whole life? It's like a band.
Oh,
It's
whole
like-
life. I was gushing on Amy Winehouse earlier. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
her.
That's a good answer.
I love Led Zeppelin. Like when I was learning guitar, it was just
Yeah.
all Zeppelin licks.
Yeah. Everybody goes through a Zeppelin era. If you're a
Yeah,
guitar
yeah, you
player.
got to.
You have to.
Um,
Usually in like middle school, you know, and then that's how I feel like, or at least how I remember mine. you
yeah,
know?
there was this band that like shaped my. I feel just like my like overall musicianship. It was like Jameson Tank.
Stop. He's
It was
lying
like
on the
life.
podcast.
Life is different now. I love
Oh,
Sam
God.
Fender.
Oh,
is
I do too,
amazing.
bro. Fucking A, man.
Nothing But Thieves. That kind of like British, really emotional alt rock.
I want to hear you cover some Sam Fender. That would be sick.
That would be
bro.
so fun.
That'd
He's
be
my
wicked.
favorite singer.
Wicked, bro.
If I could play
Great voice.
guitar,
You kind of remind each other as singers in a different way, but you remind me of him.
thanks,
I
man.
really
It's just
do,
me
really do.
stealing all his shit, I guess. But
Fucking did. Sounds great. Sounds like you to me.
I think Marcus King is the greatest guitarist alive.
Gosh, dude, I love.
I
that
hated
song.
his new. Or I didn't hate it. I didn't
What?
dislike
no, I think
it.
I liked it.
I just wanted another Soul Insight.
Yeah, I like the blues rock thing he did on this one though. I'm trying to think of the song that I really liked. It was a single, man.
It was just like Dan Auerbach, which is also I love the Black Keys, but it's just it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. Let me think of the Marcus King. It was. I know the new album was getting some flack. I enjoyed it. Let's see. Fuck, I can't even remember what it was. Anyways, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna close it up here, brother. Tell it at the camera anything you want the people to know. Tell them a thank you for the good year, maybe, and tell them where your Instagrams are, and we'll just close this thing out, man.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you for a beautiful year. I think I'm just at Wim Tapley on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, my music is under my name. And we can't wait to play for you. I can't wait to get the song Sober out.
Yeah, y'all be ready for it.
Yeah.
Man.
Got big
thank
plans.
you for coming on, brother. I
Dude,
really
thank you
enjoyed
for
this.
having me.
Anytime, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this more. I'd like to bump it up to once every 6 months. 'Cause you're a great conversation.
I'm with it. Oh, thanks, man.
Very articulate guy. You know what you're trying to do, man. I respect it. You gave the town a kick in the ass when you showed up, man. I love it.
Appreciate you.
It's
That's
great. It's great.
made
to
me
hear,
cry,
man.
bro. Yeah, that's literally that.
No, you really do,
That's
bro.
why I wanna be here.
You've been a big motivator for even me, and I felt like I was like crushing when you showed up, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to step it up, you know, because you're doing great, man. Really great.
Thanks, man.
Thanks everybody for listening in. If you made it 84 minutes in, you are the shit. Go follow my new Instagrams because I got banned on Instagram. Oh well.
Yes.
At Jameson.tank. At Jameson_OTR, I think. YouTube's the same. If you want to watch this, Jameson Tank, you can see the videos of me and Wim in here. Shout out Clark's Collective. Wonderful bar. Great staff. Great place to play. If you want to get into Athens, holler at me. I will put you on. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting. Check out the Tank Talk. I think it said Jameson _OTR. Wim Tapley TikTok. Is that your name on there?
Yeah, just Wim Tapley.
Go give us a follow and everything if you don't mind. I really hope you enjoyed this. Yeah. Let's give a wave for the thumbnail, all right, brother? There we go. See y'all later.